Marudhur Gopalan Ramachandran, popularly known by the initials M.G.R, was an Indian actor, director, producer, and politician who worked primarily in Tamil films and also served as the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu successively for 3 terms. M.G.R is a cultural icon in Tamil Nadu and is regarded as one of the greatest and most influential actors the Tamil film industry ever produced. In his youth, M.G.R and his elder brother M.G. Chakrapani became members of a drama troupe to support their family. Influenced by Gandhian ideals, M.G.R joined the Indian National Congress. After a few years of acting in plays, he made his film debut in the 1936 film Successively in a supporting role. In the late 1940s he graduated to leading roles and for the next 3 decades dominated the Tamil film industry. He became a member of the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam and rose rapidly through its ranks. He successfully used his popularity as a film hero to build a large political base. In 1972, he left the DMK to form his own party, the Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. In 1977 he became the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, the first film actor in India to become the Chief Minister of a state. He remained as Chief Minister till his death in 1987. Early life and background. M.G.R was born in Kandy, Sri Lanka, to Marudhur Gopalan Ramachandran and Marutha Satyabama. His origin is from a Malayalam family. His father, Marudhur Gopalan Ramachandran, was staying in Vadavana in Palakkad district, Kerala before he was excommunicated in 1903, regarding an allegation that dealt with an illicit relationship with a widowed Namboothiri woman. He left his family and married Marutha Satyabama. In his early days, M.G.R was a devout Hindu and a devotee of Murugan, and his mother's favorite god Guru Vayorappan. Later, when he joined the DMK, a pro-rationalist party, he followed the rationalist ideology, though not appearing very aggressively atheistic. In later days after he founded his own party following his expulsion from the DMK, he seems to have shown some leaning towards religious faith. He had asked his followers to pray for the success of his AIADMK party. His followers prayed for him when it was determined that he had a kidney illness. After his demise, his wife opened up a temple in his name. After his father's death, he joined a drama company called Madurai Original Boys Company. Later, he entered the world of cinema, becoming an actor, director, producer, and editor. M.G.R married Chitari Kulimbagavi, also known as Tangamani, who died early due to illness. He later married Sathanandavarthi, who died soon due to tuberculosis. M.G.R married V.N. Janaki, a former Tamil film actress. Janaki divorced her husband, Ganapati Bhatt, to marry M.G.R. Acting career. He made his film debut in 1936, in the film Successively, directed by Ellis Dungan, an American-born film director. Generally starring in romance or action films, M.G.R got his big breakthrough in the 1950 film Manthiri Kumari, written by M. Karunanidhi. Soon he rose to popularity with the 1954 Malay Challan. He acted as hero in the Tamil film industry's first ever Gurva movie, the 1955 Ali Babavum 40 Therudagalam. He rose to become the heartthrob of millions of Tamilians with movies such as Therudade, Enga Vitu Palai, Ayi Radhal Aruvan, Anbivaa, Mahadevi, Panam Padethavan, Ulagam Sutram Valavorn, etc. He won the National Film Award for Best Actor for the film Rikshacharan in 1972. He acted in many movies that appealed to the direct sentiments of the common man and the rich as well. His 1973 blockbuster, Ulagam Sutram Valavorn, broke previous box office records of his movies. It was one of the few movies filmed abroad in those days. It was shot in Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Hong Kong and Japan. The DMK tried very hard to illegally prevent the screening of the film using strong-arm tactics but ultimately failed in its attempt. His acting career ended in 1984 with his last film, Alagam Suthi Paru, which he acted when he was diagnosed with kidney failure. Political career. M.G.R. was a member of the Congress Party till 1953, and he used to wear khadi. In 1953 M.G.R. joined the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam attracted by founder C.N. Annadurai. He became a vocal Tamil and Dravidian nationalist and prominent member of the DMK. He added glamour to the Dravidian movement which was sweeping Tamil Nadu. M.G.R. became a member of the State Legislative Council in 1962. He was first elected to the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly in 1967. After the death of his mentor, Annadurai, M.G.R. became the treasurer of DMK in 1969 after Marudhur Karunanidhi became the chief minister. M.R. Radha and M.G.R. had worked in 25 films together. On 12 January 1967 M.R. Radha with a producer visited M.G.R. to talk about a future project. During the conversation M.R. Radha stood up and shot M.G.R. in his left ear twice and then pretended to shoot himself. M.G.R. drove to the hospital by himself and spoke to the doctor with his own voice for the last time. After the operation his voice changed. Since he had been shot in his ear, M.G.R. lost hearing in his left ear and had ringing in the ear problems but never complained until he had kidney problems in early 1983. When Sinapadavar paid his first visit to see M.G.R. at the hospital after the shooting incident, he paid in advance for the next M.G.R.'s movie. So after getting released from the hospital and finishing Arasakatalai, M.G.R. acted in Davar's movie Vivasayi against doctors' advice. When finishing the movie Kavalkar and M.G.R.'s speaking parts were reduced. This was the only movie M.G.R. spoke with old and new voices between scenes. When M.G.R. was acting in Kavalkaran in 1967 opposite J.J. Lalitha, the shooting happened. Petroldan Pillai was the last movie of M.G.R. Mr. Radha together. Shooting ended just few days before M.G.R. was shot at. The bullet was permanently lodged in his neck and his voice damaged. Within hours of the shooting, some 50,000 fans had gathered at the hospital where M.G.R. had been taken. People cried in the streets. For 6 weeks, he lay in the hospital as fans awaited each report of his health. He was visited by a steady stream of commoners and luminaries of film industry, polity and bureaucracy. From his hospital bed, he conducted his campaign for Madras Legislative Assembly. He won twice the number of votes polled by his Congress rival and the largest vote polled by any candidate for the Assembly. In 1972, DMK leader Karunanidhi started to project his first son M.K. Madhu in a big way in film and politics. Understanding the tactics played by Karunanidhi to corner him, M.G.R. started to claim that corruption had grown in the party after the demise of Annadurai and in a public meeting asked for the financial details of the party to be publicized, which enraged the leadership of DMK. Consequently, M.G.R. was expelled from the party as per Karunanidhi's plan. He forcefully floated a new party named Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, later renamed All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, the only powerful opponent of the DMK. He mobilized between 1972 and 1977 to spread and preach his party ambition with films like Netru Indru Nalai Idayu Indrupal Endram Vajga, etc. He became Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu on 30 June 1977, remaining in office till his death in 1987. In 1979, members of his party Satyavani Muthu and Aravinda Balaparjuna became the first non-Congress politicians from Tamil Nadu to be ministers in the Union Cabinet. The AIADMK won every state assembly election as long as M.G.R. was alive, although Annadurai and Karunanidhi had acted in stage plays in trivial roles in the younger days before becoming chief minister. M.G.R. was the first popular film actor to be a chief minister in India, though the Congress won by a small margin of votes with the DMK in the 1980 parliamentary elections. The AIADMK and M.G.R. won the state elections the same year. This made the Congress to ally with the AIADMK in the 1984 elections. M.G.R. ended his acting career in 1977. Once he became Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, he placed great emphasis on social development, especially education. One of his most successful policies was the conversion of the midday meal scheme, introduced by the popular Congress Chief Minister and Kingmaker K. Kamaraj, which already was encouraging underprivileged children to attend school, into M.G.R.'s nutritious meal scheme in the government-run and aided schools in Tamil Nadu by adding sadhurandai, a nutritious sugary flour dumpling. This scheme was at a cost of 1 billion rupees and was imposed in 1982. A little more than 120,000 children of the state were benefited. He also introduced women's special buses. He introduced a liquor ban in the state and preservation of old temples and historical monuments, ultimately increasing the state's tourist income. He set up a free school for the cinema technicians' children in Kodambakam called M.G.R. Primary and AMP Higher Secondary School, which provided free midday meals in the 1950s. He led the ADMK to victory in the 1984 assembly elections despite not taking part in the campaigning. At the time he was undergoing medical treatment in America and his images were broadcast in Tamil Nadu through cinema halls. This was an effective campaign tactic and ADMK won the elections, claiming around 56% of assembly seats, indicating the depth of his popular support. He won his seat in a double landslide victory in 1984. He still holds the record of being the chief minister with the highest consistent longevity of more than a decade. Karunanidhi claimed on the 1st of April 2009 and again on the 13th of May 2012 that M.G.R. was ready for the merger of his party with the DMK in 1979, with Biju Patnaik acting as the mediator. The plan failed because Marudhur Ramachandran, who was close to M.G.R., acted as a spoiler and M.G.R. changed his mind. Criticism and controversies. Even after his death, M.G.R. proved to be very popular in the state and his rule has been cited by many of his contemporaries as best in the country. However, his rule is not without criticism, most of them coming from analysts outside of Tamil Nadu. Economic data under his rule showed that annual growth and per capita income was lower than national average and the state went from being second among 25 industrialized states in development after Kamaraj's rule to 10th. This decline, according to critics, have been due to shift of government resources from power and irrigation to social and agriculture sector, according to Madras Institute of Development Studies reported in 1988. In addition, the emphasis on welfare schemes, such as free electricity to farmers, midday meal schemes, etc., has been seen by many as taking money away from infrastructure development that could have benefited the poor. In addition, the liquor tax imposed during his rule was considered to contribute to a regressive tax mostly affecting the poor. Other criticisms have been on M.G.R.'s centralized decision-making, which many blame blame led to inefficiency and corruption to take hold of his administration. Some examples stated by the critics include Goondas Act in 1982 and other acts that limited political criticism in the media, which led to a police state during his administration. While these criticisms have been in the minority, supporters of M.G.R. counter that most of these problems were a result of the party members serving M.G.R. rather than the leader himself. While he is not considered a divisive figure in the state, critics and supporters alike agree that his charisma and popularity trumped policy decisions that led to his eventual success during his tenure as Chief Minister. Natwar Singh, in his autobiography One Life Is Not Enough, alleges that M.G. Ramachandran covertly supported and financed the LTTE and their cadres were being given military training in Tamil Nadu. He also alleges that M.G.R. considered Jaffna an extension of Tamil Nadu and, without informing the Indian government at the time, had gifted 40 million rupees to the LTTE. M.G.R. has been accused of being intolerant towards the media. In April 1987, the editor of Ananda Vikatan S. Balasubramanian was sentenced to 3 months in jail by the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly for publishing a cartoon depicting government ministers as bandits and lawmakers as pickpockets, though specific legislature was not specified. But due to media outcry, he was released, and S. Balasubramanian later won a case against his arrest. Earlier, Vaniga Otru, my editor A. M. Paul Raj, was sentenced to 2 weeks' imprisonment by the Tamil Nadu Legislative Assembly for his writing Bharat Ratna. After his death in 1987, he became the second chief minister from the state of Tamil Nadu to receive the Bharat Ratna. The timing of the award was controversial, due to the fact that it was given so quickly after his death and he was elected as chief minister only 11 years before the award. Many opponents, mostly outside Tamil Nadu, criticized the current ruling party under Rajiv Gandhi to have influenced the selection committee to give the award to help win the upcoming 1989 Lok Sabha election. The ruling party, forming a coalition with Jayalalitha, successor to M.G.R. at the time, were able to sweep Tamil Nadu, winning 38 out of 39 seats. Inc. were, however, unable to win nationally. Member of Legislative Assembly Chief Minister Awards. Filmfare Best Actor Award for the film Angavitu Pillai. Filmfare Best Film Award for the film Adi My Pen. National Film Award for Best Actor for the film Rikshacharan in 1971. Honorary doctorate received from University of Madras and the World University in 1974. Bharat Ratna was conferred by the Government of India in 1988 for his reformation activities and support from Tamil Nadu. Philanthropy. He personally offered relief in disasters and calamities like fire, flood, drought, and cyclones. He was the first donor during the war with China in 1962, donating Rs. 75,000 to the war fund. He was the founder and editor of Thai Weekly magazine and Anna daily newspaper in Tamil. He was the owner of Satya Studios and M.G.R Pictures, which produced many of the films he acted in. He had gifted a golden sword weighing half a kilogram to Mukambika Temple in Kollur, Udupi district. Illness and death. In October 1984, M.G.R. was diagnosed with kidney failure, which was further complicated by diabetes, a mild heart attack and a massive stroke. He was rushed to the Downstate Medical Center, Brooklyn, United States for treatment, undergoing a kidney transplant. He returned to Chennai on the 4th of February 1985. He was sworn in as Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu for the third consecutive term on the 10th of February 1985. The next 2 years and 10 months were spent in frequent trips to the United States for treatment. M.G.R. never fully recovered from his illness and died on the 24th of December 1987 at 3:30 a.m. in his Ramavaram Gardens residence in Manipakkam after his prolonged illness. He was almost 71. His death sparked off a frenzy of looting and rioting all over the state. Shops, cinemas, buses and other public and private property became the target of violence let loose. The police had to resort issuing shoot-at-sight orders. 2 million from Bangalore rushed to Madras in trains to see the mortal remains of M.G.R. Government had announced free train facility for this visit. Schools and colleges immediately announced their holidays till the situation came in control. The violence during the funeral alone left 29 people dead and 47 police personnel badly wounded. This state of affairs continued for almost a month across Tamil Nadu. Around 1 million people followed his remains. Around 30 followers committed suicide and people had their heads tonsured. After his death, his political party, the All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, split between his wife Janaki Ramachandran and J. Jayalalitha. They merged in 1988. In 1989, Dr. M.G.R. Home and Higher Secondary School for the Speech and Hearing Impaired was established in the erstwhile residence M.G.R. Gardens, Ramavaram, in accordance with his will January 1987. His official residence at 27 Narkot Street, T. Nagar is now M.G.R. Memorial House and is opened for public viewing. His film studio, Satya Studios, has been converted into a women's college. Books on M.G.R. M.G.R. A biography, a book on life of M.G.R. by his ardent fan Shrikant Veeravalli, who was a Chennai-based senior management professional and entrepreneur. Filmography. As an actor, as producer and director. 1958 Nadodi Manan, producer and director. 1969 Adi Mai Pen, producer. 1973 Ulagam Sutram Valaban, producer and director. 1977 Maduraya Imita Sundara Pandian, director. Gallery.